partner with State on Sports. I'm your host, Jaden Chandler Parnell, and hey, man, hi today. Technically tomorrow, but you're seeing it today. And you can see with me, I got my boy. How you been? What's vacay, man? How's vacay?
Oh, it was good. Big dog. Nah, it was great, man. Had a great little week off down there in the South, down there in Texas at a wedding. Got chocolate wasted, as the kids say. Watched some WNBA, got on the grill. It was a good little time, man.
A robotic auto tune. Little throwback with WNBA. Hey, with that what do you, little black eyed peas in you. Little auto tune. Love it.
I know, you know what's crazy? Every time I move, I can count to seven and then watch myself move. It's catching up though now.
Now, so we're all good. But, love to hear, man. I'm glad you had a great vacation because we were supposed to do this last week, but you're week now. That's how things work, right? So, hey, where you been gone? What you been seeing in the WNBA? For me, real quick, I'll just give out small little tidbits I've been seeing, then I'll let you go a little bit deeper since you have this league pass. But some stuff I've been seeing, the Lynx, they won their midseason tournament. I forget what they called it or whatever.
The Commissioner's Cup.
The commission. Oh man, I won't lie, that sounded kind of fire the way you said it because that a little nice little echo. But yeah, Commissioner's Cup. Thank you. I'm glad you because I literally read it and it's just in one ear out the other. Lynx won that. Indiana Fever went on a little few game win streak. I know the Aces. Chelsea Gray, your girl, she's back, balling out. They just won by a lot last night, damn near 20. Been doing really good. They've had two really. I think they won last game, right? Last night.
Yeah, 5 game winning streak.
They've been balling out a little bit. This kind of stuff I've been
That don't
seeing.
sound right though, huh? That means they played 5 games since last Tuesday when they lost to the Lynx. Hey, I'm just telling you what the website says, but they definitely lost last Tuesday, and I think they played. I don't know. I know they played a bunch of games, but
Things too. That's another thing I wanted to say before I let you add it. Is we've seen some not too much movement at the top of each league, a little bit in the East, but a lot of those middle spots are starting to shift around a little bit.
nah, yeah, it's exciting, man. You got teams getting healthy. Still waiting on Dallas to get fully healthy. They're getting some of their players back this week. But man, they're 1-9 over the last 10 desperately. They got a lot of talent too down there in Dallas, man. I don't really know what the problem is. They need to get some cohesiveness, I guess. They need some scoring from the wings. They got good bigs and they got a great point guard in Enrique, but they need some wing help. The Sparks, I mean, they're just desperate for a win. They've lost 8 in a row. Lost last night to the Washington Mystics by 2, nail biter game going down to the wire. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a lot of teams, like you said, in the middle trying to find their identity. Teams like Phoenix, who since they got Brittany Griner, they went on a little like 5 game win streak, and now they're back to losing some games here and there.
To Indiana Fever, that was tough.
No, Sunday, yeah, Caitlin Clark, baby, almost got a triple double as a rookie. Would have been the first. Came up a rebound short, but they ended up coming back. The Mercury, I always want to call them the Sun because there's a team called the Sun and they're Phoenix. And anyway, we're not gonna get into that. But the Mercury up by 20 in the first half, and then next thing you know, Indiana's just rolling, man, and they're coming back. Aaliyah Boston's been huge the last 10 or so games for the Fever, really helping take some pressure off of Clark. But I don't know, man. It is a lot of mix up. The thing that's the most exciting though is the Aces getting fully healthy. They're getting Chelsea Gray back, allowing Kelsey Plum to play off the ball a little more instead of forcing her into a point guard. Her and Jackie Young was like playing hot potato with the point guard position while Chelsea Gray was gone. You could tell neither of them fully wanted to take control and bring the ball up every time. But Aces, man, 5 game win streak since Chelsea Gray came back. They were 6-6. Everybody was like, "This team is not repeating. There's no chance. Everything's falling apart." And there was like, "Calm down. We're the freaking back-to-back champs for a reason. We got the best player in the league in Asia Wilson, and we got a bunch of great players around her. Aces, 11-6 now. I don't know. I haven't looked at the market, but I would definitely bet them to take. They're only a half a game back. I don't see them not winning the West regular season.
I think like what a little over a month ago when we like first started when we did about the draft. They were about what like I think damn near about
Now
like eight and
they were
six.
6-6 for sure.
Looking
They're
at
plus
their
550 to be the number one seed in the playoffs. And
and
then
then
you
you
got
got
a
a
team
team
like
like
the
the Liberty.
Liberty, who's lost 3 games, 2 of which was to the Minnesota Lynx. So everybody else, they're just beaten down and beaten down easily. I mean, Sabrina's having an MVP year. Brianna Stewart's still just steady. She was MVP last season. Hey, her name's on the list right now. A short list I have of 4 to 5 players that should be MVP candidates. I don't know, man. Liberty is probably the best team in the league, but the Ace is right behind them. Minnesota Lynx, man. I think the Aces got healthy and kind of caught up with them. Liberty finally got the hump off their back. They lost to the Lynx twice. They beat the Lynx pretty bad last night, not in scoring, but it just never felt like the Lynx were really in it. Lynx didn't score the last 7 minutes of the game last night until
That's
like
funny.
a layup with like 30 seconds left. But I mean, technically, they didn't score from when the clock hit 7 until the clock hit 30 seconds. So, yeah, Connecticut too. Just to talk about every team that's doing something. They start off 10-0. Now they're 15-4. So 5-4 in their last 9 after having a 10-0 start. Kind of coming back down to earth. Dewana Bonner was averaging over 20. Now, yeah, now she's down to like 14-16. Dejanay Carrington stepped up huge for him, but I don't know. I don't really believe in the Connecticut Sun, and I can't really tell you why. I feel like they just don't have the star power. Dewana Bonner, 37-year vet. I don't know how old she really is, but she's been playing forever. And they don't really have that young stud that could just go out there and get buckets night in and night out like a Asia Wilson or a Sabrina Ionescu or an Afisha Collier for that matter.
Chip odds. 50, Liberty plus 185, Lynx plus 700, Connecticut Sun plus 850. Right down the line that you were speaking on.
Yeah, that Western Conference, man. And that's the thing that scares me. This Western Conference is like I feel like the Liberty have the easiest path. I don't think anybody from the East is challenging the Liberty. I think the Sun gets slapped by them. Definitely don't think the Dream, the Sky, the Fever, or the Mystics put up any fight in a series against them. But then you look at the Western Conference, and you guys, yeah, I think Liberty's no matter what is going to be in the finals. They were in the finals last year. I wish we could bet just to go to the finals, just to win the East, but I don't see any odds for that. The Aces did beat them though last year, and the Aces are back-to-back champs. But that West, you got Seattle Storm at 13-6, veteran group in the Storm. They'll bring it to any team in the West. Minnesota, I think, is the best defensive team in the West, and then of course you have the Aces. And I think either one of those teams, if they get healthy, Sparks is probably the last team I would expect to do anything. But I could see the Wings. I mean, they're only a few games out, even though they're 4-15. They're technically 20 some games left, only a few games out of that last playoff spot. I could see them giving somebody a run for their money. Enrique dropping 40 a game. I mean, she'd have to be special, but I could see it. And then you can't count out Deanna Taurasi, Brittany Grinder, and Kalia Copper. They have an X factor in Natasha Cloud that I absolutely love. Her and Lainey Hamilton. I don't know if they have an X Factor award, but Lainey Hamilton for the Liberty and Natasha Cloud for the Mercury. Those 2 players, when they're rolling, that team's hard to beat. But back to the point I was really trying to make. The West, whoever comes out the West is going to come out bruised and battered. So I'm not saying the Liberty is automatically going to win it, but I think they're going to have the easiest road to get there. And if they get there healthy, whoever's coming out the West is going to be limping into it.
I'm just sitting there in my mind. They, and it's slowly just starting to look like, wait, is that the Boston Celtics? Looking to the West now. It's going 7 games. The Wolves in
Yeah,
another mirrored situation, which is crazy. A lot of
now that's
correlation this
definitely
year
what
in
it looks like.
sports.
Definitely what it looks like, man. If you ask me,
Liberty to make playoffs minus 165. Or sorry, be the number one
oh,
seed. Be the number one seed. Be the number one seed. Sorry, excuse me.
I was about to say, hold on, let me bet that real quick.
Actually, I'm assuming they're like minus 550 to make the playoffs or something. I don't even think they have odds up for that. I would assume.
No, they just have 4 scrub teams: Mystics, Fever, Sky, and Dream. and there's not really any good odds. All the yeses are minus.
Wrong. That's pretty much what it sounds like.
Yeah, those are minus too. I mean, you got plus 200 on the fever, I guess, on the no, but I don't know. Do, do I what? Um, Perfect. I got it right here though. But perfect. I voted last week, but
Some votes, because that's what we're about to talk up next. Because I feel like we did a really good job with the catch up. So, let's talk some
let
All
me see
Star.
who I voted for. I think I screenshotted it when I did it.
Read some of the names. So this is WNBA All Star team. We got Dewana Bonner, your girl, Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, Alicia Gray.
Alicia Grace. Hooper.
Say her first name, is it Derek?
The Erica.
De'Erica. Okay, I don't know why that. I don't know why that stumbled me. I won't lie. I was thinking like Demarcus. What? De'Erica Hamby, Brianna Jones, Jonquel Jones, Kayla McBride, Kelsey Mitchell, Arike Ogunbowale. I'm so sorry. Some of these names, man. I mentioned this on my show. I think like, or no, sorry, one of the episodes like, damn near like a month ago. Some of these African name names, like I got a boy, Ayobame Arakoyo. Once you get them a few times, they're good to go. But man, those first 2 or 3 times you read them, it's like a crossword puzzle, man. Some names are tough.
No, they be setting you up for failure for sure.
They say it's so easy. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, like the Arakoyo. It's like, oh, well, that's really easy. Why do you got all these extra letters in here trying to throw me off? List up of who you voted for.
Yes, I did. The weird thing about this, I don't know if you know, but they do Olympic team versus the All Stars.
Up
So
3 days ago. That's really interesting. It's kind of cool. I won't lie. Kind of like
it
it.
is it is dope. But I knew that going into this, but I didn't want to vote. Like part of me wanted to vote like all the players that wasn't gonna be on the Olympic team. But then I was like, I'm just gonna straight up vote. So in the front court, I went Asia Wilson, Nafisha Collier, and Jonquel Jones. Those are the three best big players in my opinion. And then staying in the front court, you got Aaliyah Boston, Angel Reese, two young studs, and then the OG. You know I had to do it. Dewana Bonner, baby, had to give her some love. And then at the guards, man, there's a lot of great guards in this league. I kind of went with the hometown girl as far as my favorite team and Kayla McBride, even though I don't think she made it or deserves to make it. But you know, when you're a kid, you're voting for All Star. You take one of your favorite players. But three players that I do think deserved it. Did you say DJ Carrington?
I don't think so.
I got her. I voted for her at least. She didn't make it. Jackie Young and Sabrina Ionescu.
So, I guess since they do, this is really
Rounds out.
fascinating. Oh,
Did DJ Carrington make it? I don't think so. That's definitely a snub. But I got Jackie Young and Sabrina Ionescu rounding it out, and I think both of them are already on the Olympic team. So
did make the All Star because I think you asked about that. Olympic team, for those who are curious: Nafisha Collier, Kalia Cooper, Chelsea Gray, Brittany Griner, Sabrina Ionescu, Jewel Lloyd, Kelsey Plum, Brianna Stewart, Deanna Taurasi, Alyssa Thomas, Asia Wilson, and your girl, Jackie Young.
nobody, and I mean nobody, can guard Jackie Young.
You got the list. You saw both names. Pretty much, who would be your starting five from this list of group? If you can combine both groups because we'll do it like that. Who would be your starting
Ah,
five from both these teams right here? And then you can pick a six
start.
man. We'll go or six woman. Excuse me. We'll go starting five, six woman.
All right, all right. Starting at point guard, I gotta go with my girl Sabrina Ionescu. Just one of the best players in the league. Scoring, assisting, just a darn beast. I love the way she plays the game. Fearless at the two guard position. I just talked about her. I got to do it. My girl Jackie Young. Give me Jackie Young at the two guard. This is where it gets tricky. I mean, the two guard's even tricky because I feel like a few players can fit in that two guard spot. But the three, I'm gonna come back to the three. I really have no idea. I should have put some more thought into this because somehow I want to have four power forwards and centers on this list.
I was gonna say you're
Like
gonna go four guards.
Nah, I would go opposite.
Four bigs,
I'd
yeah.
have like Angel Reese at the 2 if I was really making the dream list, just without having position in there.
Man,
Um,
balling.
nah, this is crazy tough. These 3, 4, and 5 because there's so many players that deserve it. So many players that I like. Uh,
I don't think I can do it.
I know. I can't even think of a 3 guard. I mean, F it. Let's go DeWanna Bonner at the 3. Give me some length. Give me some experience. Yeah. So we got Sabrina Ionescu, Jackie Young, DeWanna Bonner. Got a lot of scoring there. I don't need that much scoring. I need some damn defense. At the 4, I'm gonna go Nafisha Collier. Sheesh. That's a tough one. But that's my girl. That's my favorite player. Nafisha Collier is gonna be my 4. And at the 5, I'm gonna go Asia Wilson. I think she's the best player in the league. We're gonna have some size.
For the MVP.
Yeah, just a dog. But I mean, she's dropping like 32 and 16 for funsies. Uh, and then 6 man off the bench. There's 3 players that come to mind immediately. 4 players, really. 5 players, really. 6 players, really. A lot of great players in the league, man. To just have one, I know. Because, I mean, you could have Enrique come off the bench and be that scoring spark. You could have a girl like Kelsey Plum come off the bench and do everything. Kelsey Mitchell, even, is a great scorer. Angel Reese is going to come off the bench and just bring that tenacity, the want to win, the let's get this done. Um,
8 to 10 rebounds inbound.
Off the bench at least. Starting, she's averaging 37 rebounds a game. Man, I don't even have Rihanna Stewart on my team. That should have been my 3 instead of DeWanna Bonner. But
If you want to make a last minute switch, we can send a letter over and be like, sorry, wrong address.
yeah, and then Kayla McBride is the dang sniper. I mean, this girl shoots about 50% from 3 on the season. Um, but this what I'm gonna do. I'm a call DeWanna Bonner and be like, yo, you're getting a little older now. I'm gonna bring you off the bench. I need some solid minutes from you off the bench. And she'd be like, who the hell is starting over me? Brianna Stewart. Okay. She's gonna be my 3 guard.
Whoa!
Brianna Stewart starting at 3. So we got Sabrina, Jackie Young, Brianna Stewart, Nafisha Collier, Asia Wilson, and DeWanna Bonner coming off the bench.
The lineup, I think you can do a little bit. That sounds to me like a gold medal lineup right there. If we threw
And I
that
feel
team
like
in
I can make
rotation,
another lineup to compete with that line. Like there's so many good players in this league.
lineup to compete with that lineup. You're starting 5
All
or
right.
starting 6 versus starting 6. Let's do it a little bit.
That's perfect. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm a give me Chelsea Gray at the point for the second for the other team. We're going Chelsea Gray at the point. Um man, F it. I'm gonna go the Grace twins. They're not twins at all, our sisters. I'm gonna go Alicia Gray at the 2 guard. She's gonna give me the shooting and scoring I need. Chelsea Gray is gonna give me the passing I need. Now at the 3 spot, we need some defense. Do defense. Give me Kayla McBride at the 3. She can play some defense and she can hit the open jumper. And then I'm gonna get 2 young bulldogs, man. Young Chihuahuas. Give me Angel Reese at the 4 and Aaliyah Boston at the 5. And we're gonna bring Jonquel Jones off the bench if we need to get bigger.
Lineup. Who's your who's your 4 for the one lineup?
Nafisha Collier.
So I can have a little look at it, man. Because if we were able to have somebody, on with us, you'd be able to make a little graphic as we're going. But I ain't that talented. I tell you what, I can do it in my 30 minutes. But I might be like, hey, hold on. let me move
I
this over real
know.
quick.
We'd have to plan the show a week in ahead. Here's the team right here. But yeah,
Woo.
I mean we even got I should have started Brittany Grinder over Aaliyah Boston, but I like Aaliyah Boston. That's my girl.
Wise, you got Gray versus sorry, Chelsea Gray versus Sabrina. Alicia Gray. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Versus Jackie Young. Kayla McBride versus B. Stu. Angel Reese versus Nafisha Collier. Aaliyah Boston versus. I don't know why I read that wrong. And then Jonquel Jones, DeWanna Bonner sitting there on the bench ready to come in. That's nasty.
As much as I thought the second team was going to compete, that first team was winning by 20.
The reason they're the first team. Hey, it's like an A team, B team. There's a reason you're the A team.
Yeah.
The B team gonna, they're gonna play second. While A team's all done and everything, they're gonna eat their popcorn.
I forgot about Caitlin Clark, bro. We're going to need a ref. Get her a shirt, stripes, and a whistle.
I thought it was gonna be way worse than that, so we're good. Other be like, we need a water girl, Caitlin.
No,
Oh, look,
we need a ref, somebody that knows the game.
very respectable. But so moving on, one more segment real quick before we get to some fun to end it. Who do you like to make the finals as of right now? If you got to do a little finals prediction, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but now that you get now you've thought about it a little bit more, made a little bit of teams, talked about a little bit of players. If you had to predict it today, who would be your finals matchup and who would win it?
Last week, 2 weeks ago, I said the Liberty are going to take on the Lynx, and the Liberty are going to win it. Now that I've seen the Aces fully healthy this season, and they haven't disappointed, because people be like, "Oh, we just got to get healthy," and then the season's over and they never get back. But I've seen this team healthy now, and they're beating people by 12 to 20 points a game now. It's going to be a rematch. We're going to get the Aces, and we're going to get the Liberty. No doubt about it in my mind. If these teams are both healthy, nobody can beat them. Seattle can take the Aces to a long series. The Lynx can take the Aces to a long series. But I think when it gets down to we need a bucket, the Aces can get a bucket where the Storm and the Lynx struggle sometimes to get a bucket. Like for the Lynx to beat the Aces, they would need all 5 of their starters plus 1 or 2 players off the bench to literally have the best games of their career for multiple games in that series. Whereas the Aces, I feel like could just throw the ball out there and beat anybody. Same thing with the Seattle Storm. Like they would need Diggin Smith to have a 20-point per game series. They would need all their players on Seattle to step it up and have the best games of their life. And like I said, I think the Aces are going to limp into it. I think the Liberty is going to be the fresher team, but it didn't matter last year, and it didn't matter the year before. The Aces, I think they're going to three-peat. I think Becky Hammond's destined for it. Sometimes you just get these players and these coaches and their names, and it just makes sense. Asia Wilson, Becky Hammond, Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young. 4 of their starters are starting in the Olympics. Like we're literally sending the Las Vegas Aces 4 of their starters are starting in the Olympics. The Las Vegas Aces are representing America in the Olympics this season.
3 Mercury, a Lynx.
Yeah, and those 4 Aces are all going to start. I think Nafisha Collier will be the 4th starter with them, but I could be wrong about that.
Call the other ace over and be like, hey, let's start all 5 of you.
I know. I'm trying to think who she even is, the 5th starter. I know. I keep thinking of the players they bring off the bench.
Uh, 17 as well.
Never heard of her.
Games.
Oh yeah, number 41. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's great, bro. She knows how to get out of everybody else's way. Let them do their thing. She does play great defense. She has great length though. I don't know if they list her size right there, but she's like 6'5", 6'6".
Kendrick Perkins on the Celtics.
Definitely.
And this night, you might get 15, 20 this other night, but just know. It's so simple. I mean, when you have a lot of stars like that, I mean.
Yeah. Just do your thing. You getting rings, shorty. Just chill. You the fifth starter, baby. You get in the club free. But
They see your face next to her all the time.
yeah. Now when you said when I realized number 41 was Kia Stokes, I was like, yeah, I do know who that is. But Asia Wilson, Western Conference Player of the Month, averaging 27 points, 10 boards, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and shooting 53%. Just the best player in the league, bro.
Yeah, I won't be shocked if it's Aces Liberty as well at this point. I mean, especially we just talked about a little bit earlier. Liberty, especially they, as long as they don't mess around for like what I forget how long are their series. I don't know if they're 3, 5, or 7. Assuming they're 7, could be way wrong. Unless games
And I don't even see none of these teams beating them if they do play around with them. Like,
a year or two away from being fully competitive.
yeah, I mean, you got a young
Just
team
got
in the
somebody.
Fever, a young team in the Sky, who I think both of those teams are going to compete next season and beyond. Um, but not now. Atlanta, they're on the verge of losing everything. Like they're literally on the
For a
verge of
minute.
firing their coach and all kind of stuff going on behind closed doors. Yeah, and I'm surprised they're 7-11. If I had to guess Atlanta Dreams record just from watching a few of their games, yeah, I would guess like 2-15.
6. So you've probably watched a lot of their games recently.
No, but even then, I don't even know how they got 7 wins. I mean, I watch WNBA every night. It ain't too many teams to watch. So I've seen a lot of Atlanta Dream basketball.
Sticks. One of them's the Sparks. One of them's the Wings. They actually beat the Aces. Sky's another one, and then they got the Sparks again, and then they actually got the Suns. So the Suns and Aces are two of the better teams they beat. But other than that, the rest of them are about at the bottom. That's
It is.
good. Sun probably could maybe potentially give them a run, but even then, it's like not. I wouldn't say a serious run. I view it similarly, very similar to how is what team would I say? Who would they play in the finals?
the Mavericks.
That's what they swept.
Oh, the Pacers.
The series were really competitive. I'm trying to think of ones that be somewhat competitive. I guess the Pacers one probably was. I feel like it'll be very honestly very similar to the Pacers series where the Suns really could steal like a game or two. Like Pacers realistically could have been up 3-1 with how they were looking down the stretch. They just or sorry, how they were looking in the game, but down the stretch they just blow up pretty much because they're a younger team and everything, and then boom, down 4-0. I could see that very similar something happen
I
here
mean,
with
what do you
her.
expect from a kid named Halliburton? Am I right? But anyway, uh,
Hallie.
I think the Sun would be lucky to get one game in this series.
I feel like like I thought the Patriots would be lucky about one as well. But yeah, I would agree. Liberty, I mean, I think are heads and shoulders above everyone in the East at this point. But they're the super team of the East. I mean, we've been talking. I think the WNBA has been
No,
like
I
this now
call
for
them the
what?
Monstars. I call the Aces just
Yes.
yeah. I literally call the Liberty the Monstars at my own household. I mean, you got Jonquel Jones, just a big gnarly beats down low, stroking threes, and when she wants to, she drops 27 and 12. When I bet her to get a double double, she drops 8 and 2. But that's neither here nor there. And then you got Sabrina and Brianna Stewart just going bananas in the 2-man game. Yeah, both they got. I mean, great defense from all 5 players on the floor. Lainey Hamilton, the 3 and D specialist, great X factor. She can come out of nowhere and have 20 points one game, and the next game she got 5 steals or 8 points. She when they in the thing about her, most X factors they can catch and shoot. Oh, whoa, we getting late in the clock. Kick it to her in the corner, she'll shoot it. She can literally, if you need her to, go 1-on-1 and get her a nice little mid-range jumper, a nice little bucket. I've seen her take girls off the dribble left and right. She has a game. I think on another team, she could literally be the second option, one of the best scorers. But she plays a role. She locks down on defense, and she gives them what they need on offense.
Really missed talking about the WNBA today before we go to our final segment. I bring up that we have not talked about yet so far.
Nah, man, Angel Reese Rookie of the Year, man. I said it last time I was on,
100.
and you told me look behind me, and I was biased. But since then, she's still has not missed a game where she's had a double double. She's set the record not only for rookies but for the entire WNBA history in most double double games back to back. Angel Reese, Rookie of the Year. The only thing that sucks is I think Caitlin Clark saw the show last time. She stepped it up huge as in just getting everybody else involved and being one of the 5 players on the team and not just a Luka Doncic sit out there and pout. So she's picked it up tremendously, and I guarantee. Now, you know what sucks? Not to get into the NBA. I was thinking about this today though. The worst thing that could happen to the Dallas Mavericks is that they made the finals. Because how the hell you gonna tell Luca he need to change? And he's like, bro, I just brought y'all to the finals.
Healthy, we would have maybe did a little bit more. I agree. It's one of those. It's kind of what happened to the not to get too off topic. What happened with the Atlanta Hawks in like 2020 or something like that when they went to the finals with Trae Young and they're like, all right, we're good. We just need to build around Trae, and they haven't done anything since. They have the #1 pick next year.
Hey,
Here, I believe they did.
DeJounte Murray traded to the Pelicans.
That real quick in a minute or
Trash.
less.
I think
Oh,
he's
we
the
didn't
most
even need a minute.
overrated player. I think he's overrated. Everybody was excited when he went to the Hawks. Didn't do a damn thing. Everybody was excited about him at the Spurs. Didn't do a damn thing. I don't get why anybody's excited about the kid. I can't tell you where he went to school. I can't tell you anything he's ever done. All I know is that huh?
So the fact you don't even
Yeah,
know anything, it's like, oh, that's alarming.
yeah. He's one of those kids that snuck into the draft on athletic. I don't know. I don't know who the kid is. I've never seen him do anything special. Uh, all I know is the headline New Orleans Red from a Hawk to a Pelican.
I feel like the other two options had to be so bad that I'm like, Jesus Christ. All right, run it. Let's run it. Shout out Deontay Murray, man.
Hey, we got him. Pelicans probably have the worst group of superstars I've ever seen outside of Brandon Ingram.
Ship out.
Yeah, we're gonna build around a half a leg Zion and a Dejounte Murray.
Valanciunas. I actually don't even know if he's on their team anymore.
Hey, I'll tell you the good news about NBA. The New York Knicks got Mikal Bridges, baby.
He
I'm excited. I'm
had a chance to do something. You mean the Villanova Knicks?
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about the Knicks for sure, man. I can't even lie to you. It hit me again. It hit me like 3 times this week. Then we really got Mikal. Like I haven't seen him hoop yet. Like the season's in the off season. It's like, man, we do got Mikal Bridges.
The stuff on X or anything as well, where they're like, all right, time to see which gives. Mikael Bridges playing in every single game, or Tibbs running him into the ground. Which one's
All
gonna
right.
go? Those
Nah, I
are
wish we had a better
killing me.
coach, but that's neither here nor there.
Damn minutes, boy. I mean, I know you got to play him a lot, but you don't got to play him that much, boy. They can take a break here and there.
Yeah, it's a lot of things I don't like about Tibbs, but that's one of them for sure. The offense is just get a light skinned point guard that's good, and hopefully he can drop 40 a game. It works.
So, Mike Conley.
Jeff Teague.
He brought Derrick Rose back. And no, you might be right though. Anyway, though, let's so we don't have to hold you too long. Let's end it on a fun little game. WNBA draft that we did. For those of you who were here a few
Oh
weeks ago,
yeah.
2 weeks ago when we last talked, I talked about it before you got back on. We were tied. I believe it was 21-21 for the draft. So now going into this week, I'm very curious to see what's going to be changing. So it'll be a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a little rough for this next 3 minutes while I go back and forth with points and everything. But
That's cool. I just realized I don't have the Liberty or the Aces. I don't know how I'll let you pull that one.
yeah, your girl. The second, you had to get links, which I understood. When he took the Connecticut Suns, I'm like, oh, that one made me
I think
excited.
that was a misjudgment. I was like,
Uh,
there was like 10-1 at the time, and I was like, they're gonna be one of the best teams. Now I'm realizing they're about average. They're good. They're an average team.
it's like, oh man, maybe I was a
Yeah,
little too caught in the moment right there. See, I'll admit,
should have took the Liberty or the whichever one you didn't take. I should have took the Liberty or the Aces.
for this draft at the beginning of the season, you probably would have done that. I'll admit that was a little fun part about doing it in the middle of the season is you get a little slightly blinded by the how good that team's doing. So let's see.
Yeah, I realized the next 4 teams I picked too was like 100% strictly on potential. If they could turn it around. Uh,
It was a fun draft. You let me get that link. You got me like get those Liberty and Aces right away. So it's like, ooh, yummy.
you want to know the dumbass part? I walked away thinking I tricked them or whatever, got them.
That's, how do I want to do this? So we said, so I got the Liberty, so that's 6 points for me. Get Sun, I believe. That's hard, man. And you so in the East you got the 5. You're gonna get me. I won't lie to you. The Chicago Sky and Fever just ate each other up and decided we're just gonna fight down here at the bottom of the standings. They were up there in a bit for a bit, and then they just let the Atlanta Dream catch back up to them with
Yeah.
everything.
No, and somehow the Mystics are 5-3 in their last 8.
And they're starting to make me nervous. Like, man, are the Mystics about to catch my girls now? I thought the Fever and the Sky were gonna get me somewhere in the middle and be nice, but you having the Lynx and the Storm. Oh no, I got the Storm. Never mind. I was about to say if you have the Lynx and the Storm, I'm cooked, man. The Suns and the Wings, so that gives you
Yeah, I got the Mercury dog.
1, 2. Hey. I'm gonna do the points for the East versus West. So in the East, I got 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 11 to your 10. Ooh, I think I overtook you. We got 22 to 20 now in the standings, if my math is correct. 22 to 20
22
me.
to 20, huh?
Got
Got you right where I want you.
helps me is in the West I have a 5-4-2. In your East you got a 5-4-1, so that's where I kind of stole it. And then I got a 6-3-2 to your 6-3-1, so that's kind of where you have literally what's killing you is having the two last place teams. You flip one of those, we're tied. You flip another one,
Oh, don't worry.
and they're right there. I mean, I lost Cameron
Don't
Brink.
worry.
I'm
Let the
heartbroken with my
wings get
Sparks.
healthy.
I'm heartbroken with my Sparks, man. They're probably second Cameron Brink tore ACL. I'm like, man, there's my 1 pointer. God damn it.
Oh, I know, right? Averaging 4 points a game.
Yeah, I won't even lie to you. I don't even know how many points she was averaging when she got hurt. I just saw her go down. I'm like, man, they're done. I'm like, wait, what? No, they might not be. I think they're already done before that.
Yeah, nah. Cameron Brink, she's talented. Just I don't think she's adding much.
I can tell you what, not to be that guy, but she ain't adding anything right now. Rest up, girl. Hope you get better, because that shit sucks. Shoulders and ankles, man. That shit is horrible, honestly.
Needs.
For the draft anyway. But yeah, that's the thing. Going to do it for today. Thank you for joining me, man. We're gonna have to get you back on here soon, and hey, maybe next time we're on.
Yeah, it sounds good, man. You know, I was feeling lucky when I woke up this morning. I woke up, the alarm was at 7 o'clock. I cut it off. I said 7 o'clock, huh? That's a lucky number. How about that? I go downstairs to leave, call a cab. The taxi cab on the side of it said cab number 7. I said, well, that's a coincidence. But you know, I don't really believe in coincidences. I get in the cab and I said maybe it is a little coincidence. Feeling lucky. Told the cab, I'm not going to work today. Take me down to the track. I like to play the ponies. So I get there and the fare was 777, which I thought was even odder. Now I'm really rolling. Give the guy $8 or whatever. You know I'm a nice guy. Leave him a little tip, some change. I get there and I'm looking and I go to race number 7, horse number 7, and would you believe it? He was 700 to 1. I said, golly gee. I go to the ATM, I take $700 out. I say, give me $700 on horse number 7, race number 7, 700 to 1. And would you believe it? He came in 7th.